the pandemic, for me, was a way to really understand that we are all connected. It doesn't matter if you have different beliefs, you have different religions or different approach to life. We all came, as one. The whole world, globally, we learned that we need one another.
We didn't come in knowing what we were going to do. We came in knowing that we were going to be in conversation with powerful people who are doing important work locally. We made connections with 4 different cities: Phoenix, Arizona, Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, and Los Angeles, California. And in all of these cities, we engaged and connected to artists who were powerful practitioners in their communities, people who were meeting and working and connecting and moving with each other, people who are vaccinated and encouraging people in their own circles to be vaccinated. We're trying to have this initial conversation with folks just to get a sense of who people are, how people's own sort of journey and experience with the vaccine has been, things that people feel like their own community are concerned about, and just like honestly wanting to just kind of just like tap into what's going on the ground there in Miami.
I'm fully vaccinated. What really made my mind up, I have a really good elder friend, and he had a heart transplant surgery a couple years ago. He had told me that he had caught COVID. Mm-hmm. And when he told me that, I was kind of shocked, because I was like, man, you have like, you don't even have your original heart in your body, and but he said he had been vaccinated, and I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. So your immune system was capable of handling COVID after the vaccination, then, maybe this isn't a placebo like a lot of people are, making it out to be. I was one of them people who felt like I would have been fine with or without it, for real, but yeah, that kind of just had me thinking a little bit more.
I do think that there's a huge amount of like fear mongering. It's totally founded, a lot of it, in terms of like the distrust for the system that we come from, that the interest has never been about protecting Black and brown bodies. So I get that piece of it. With that said, we all are being vaccinated by being a participant in the system in public school in the ways that have never become politicized.
Why is the government basically so incentivizing not everyone, even rich and poor? I think Public Health 101, the reason why they're doing that is they're basically just trying to not let the hospitals go over capacity. Because if the hospitals go over capacity, I mean, it's going to be horrible.
A lot of the minority communities are being affected because I think a lot of us have had the same mindset of, I don't take medicine. I don't go to the doctor. I don't go to the hospital. Put a little Vicks on the chest and I'm good. Like, you're great. Like, you know what I'm talking about, Panic. Like, that's what it was. Yep. And I don't get a flu shot. I don't do none of that. So I feel the fears, but that's just where I come from on it. It's like, this is such a global thing.
I understand why people are afraid, and I'm not going to act like I don't have a little bit of fear, or some fear. Like, I hope that I did the right thing for my body. I feel that I did the right thing for my body.
In the course of the several months that we created all of these films, first it was, the mask mandate was intact. Then it became something that was seen as not necessary. Then it came back and then it went away again. So like our ability to kind of like navigate this and also understand that the film was going to be communicating to people what the CDC was recommending, but that was changing as we were making the films. So that was something that we were continually navigating and really in a dance with. But in all of the films, the artists that we really focused on were vaccinated, and we're encouraging people to be vaccinated in their communities.
contesta y sí, y luego no, y di que sí.
Cumbia was the first style of dance that I learned. Ever since I was little, dancing at family parties with my mom, with my family, we would dance cumbia. And my mom goes out dancing all the time. That's what my mom and I do together. I go dancing with my dad. This is part of my dance lineage. And so when we wanted to include other styles of dance, I knew that cumbia had to be a part of it.
Bueno, a mí me afectó mucho COVID, principalmente porque mi actividad es con el público, con la gente, es contacto físico y bueno, pues a medidas de reducir el COVID, pues tuvimos que cerrar nuestro estudio de baile. Pues fue muy difícil para mí porque es mi principal fuente de trabajo. Entonces batallamos mucho, tuve que buscar otro trabajo, hacer otras actividades en las cuales, pues para obtener dinero. Entonces, eso fue más que nada lo triste, que tuve que perder mi estudio. Pero bueno, pues encontramos aquí un espacio en este salón, se llama Soleil. Y bueno, pues gracias a Ricardo, que él nos abrió las puertas aquí de este lugar para poder continuar con nuestras clases.
Just about a third, if not half, of the people within our crew crowd are nurses and they're frontline workers. So they were all vaccinated, like, I want to say towards the end of 2020 or whenever, like, healthcare workers started to actually get the vaccine before the rest of us. So that was the first thing of, like, we were less apprehensive about it because, like, well, all the homies got it and all the homies are actually within the field and experiencing it and they're good.
Joda is a circle where you play capoeira together. Two people go in, the movements are not pre-planned, they're not choreographed, they're all improvised. It's a dialogue with another person. Capoeira is a martial art. It is a dance-like martial art with elements of ritual. It is an Afro-diasporic martial art with origins in Brazil that can be traced back to the African diaspora. It is practiced with two people in a joda and also a bateria of instruments who play tokis or rhythms that help communicate how the game should flow. So once I was able to be vaccinated, then I felt more comfortable being able to go back to the capoeira studio when it opened up again and we could come together in community. And at first it was weird, right? We were like staying 20 feet away from each other and wearing masks, and you do your kicks over there and I'll do my kicks over here, but at least we're in the same room together, and at least we're vaccinated, you know. I made that decision for myself and because of my health, first and foremost, but also I have friends and family who are really at risk.
I got vaccinated not only just for myself, but for my friends and my family. I can't live my life without them, and I see them being in my life for the long run, for my lifetime, and I want to be a part of theirs for their lifetime.
Our bodies are incredible holders of wisdom. And so to empower dancers to be at the forefront of this conversation when COVID is having such an impact on all of our bodies, both as a virus, but also in terms of our separation of one another, our disconnect for one another over the last 2 years, it's impacted our bodies. It's had an incredible impact on our ability to feel ourselves in connection with each other. And so these films really also were created as an opportunity to remind us of our connection, to remind us of the wisdom and the power inside of our bodies and the power inside of moving our bodies together in community.
And I think we have an unspoken social contract to protect others who cannot protect themselves. You know, I think we just have to be good citizens when we're thinking about the vaccine.